Hello, everyone. So today I am coming to you regarding homeschooling curriculum, well, also enrichment curriculum that focuses on how to teach your young people about marketing. Now, I know in a traditional school setting, you wouldn't necessarily be thinking about marketing, but the way we operate is we teach entrepreneurial based STEAM, and in that, we understand that the artistic components play a heavy role in actual learning. And that role comes from the arts in our STEAM, and marketing falls within that. And there's science to marketing as well. We look at data and take that data and make inferences so that we can move forward with other decisions, whether we move forward with advertising on a particular medium, or if we remove it, or if we're going to incorporate some other aspect or element of creativity because we think that it moves the needle a little bit more. All of this plays a role in marketing. And it's really important for our young people to have a broad understanding of different topics so that they can be well versed in various aspects of life, quite frankly. And so the reason why we incorporate marketing as a principal part of our curriculum is because we always want to teach our young people what the real world looks like. So when you have a young artist, regardless of what grade they're in, K through 12, depending on where you are in the country, the world, where you name it, but if you have a young person who is artistically inclined and they love participating in art, how are we not exposing them to the software that allows them to create digital art? How are we not exposing them to tools such as Canva and Photoshop and Illustrator and so on and so forth, regardless of their age? Because we can always teach them at first, we start off with the basics. We don't give very much information, but we allow them to start playing with and utilizing their form of expression through these tools. Using, I don't think I have one here, but utilizing, if you have a person who draws, utilizing their drawing hands on digital devices so that they can actually create opportunities for their kiddos to opportunities for their work. Sorry, not the kiddos, for their work to then be utilized in art form, as such as marketing and so on and so forth. And so our young people are only limited by the thoughts they create in their minds, but also the limitations that we place for them. And so when we're thinking about teaching them about marketing, we can also teach them about business, right? And why the business is set up the way that it is, why the branding is developed, or allow them the opportunity to create branding so that that's a part of marketing as well. And affording them the opportunity to see how their ideas, their visions play a role in creating a business and developing that business, but also what the mathematics of those business opportunities are with regards to if they put money out for marketing and they bring money in, what does that look like for the business, and so on and so forth. And the reason why we teach this is not because we think that every child is going to become an entrepreneur. It's because we understand that once a young person understands entrepreneurship, then they understand business, and they understand why, when they go work for an organization, what they do, the role that they play, how that actualizes itself in their job, and the role that they play, and their knowledge base increases their opportunity for growing within that respective business. And who knows, maybe one day they're an employee and the next year they're an entrepreneur. But with all that being said, we take an approach to education that is very different. I know that traditionally, if you want to learn math, you go and you put together all of these sample problems and you do them over and over again until you memorize the formulas. How about applying the formulas and seeing, okay, if I run this business and I do these things, these are the things that happen, right? Because then it's not so disconnected and obscure. It's we're applying this in everyday life. I hear so many people say, we don't need cosine and sine, or we didn't need trigonometry or geometry in our jobs. But if we can afford our young people the opportunity to show them how the things that they're learning actually plays out in their ability to get work done and to grow in their learning, then they get to sit back and say, wow, I didn't just go to school. I actually was a part of the school. I lived and I breathed, right? Every aspect of my learning. And now I can't forget any component of it because I did these projects, and these projects had real world ramifications. And I got to see it from start to finish, what that looked like. And when they do that in the field of, like I said, marketing, they also get that creative element. And I always talk about the creative element, and that's a beautiful thing. And also for depending on what industry it is, understanding how to translate some complex ideas and thought processes into creative elements is something that would be tremendous for our young people to experience. And so that's why we design these project-based curriculum, so that our young people are able to thrive learning in a completely different way, completely divorced from the norm, in a way that is meaningful, impactful, and joyful for our young people. And so that's why I wanted to come in today, talk about homeschooling curriculum and zooming in on marketing. Because I have had some 5 and 6 year olds working on their logos and working on their branding and their colors, and they get so excited. So I can't imagine what it's like for, well, I can because I've had those kids too, but the mindset of a 13-year-old or a 16-year-old coming up with their visions of what a brand should look like and giving them the opportunity to create that and to build out their budgets, work on profit and loss statements, all of these things to help them really understand how the world works, helping them become financially literate, mathematically inclined, expressing themselves creatively, thinking through a growth mindset, all the while building enterprises while they're learning every day. What an amazing world that is. And we get to live it every day, and we want to share it with you. And so some of these aspects are going to be a part of our Boundless Kiddo Summit. And so we would love for you to join in. I know that there should be a tracker below here. Go ahead and sign up, like a tracking device. Go and sign up today. Do not wait. And for those of you who are getting the bonus or the VIP, the price is going to change. So go ahead and sign up today. We look forward to seeing you on the other side. Have an amazing one. Bye-bye now.